It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Coach Cedric Roach, who is an athletic director for Goals for Georgia Knight, who is also a former head football coach. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good in yourself.
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you got started in coaching and athletics?
I got involved in coaching back in '94 at Westover High School out in Albany, Georgia, and then sort of transitioned to back to my old high school in Clark Central High School under Coach Billy Henderson, and that's where I really got my real love for coaching football, just learning everything up under him, and really got to the athletic part of it more than just coaching, and at that point it just took off from there.
How did you know that you wanted to become an athletic director?
Athletic director, I end up working and up under Coach Henderson and just learning the things that he does during his time period. And then I also worked at the Athens YMCA, Jackson County. And then I figured I could probably try my hand at athletic director, so I ended up moving to Charleston, South Carolina, to North Charleston, and I was an athletic director there for a few years, and it just stuck. It's just something that being around athletes and building programs is something I love doing.
Can you talk about what you accomplished as the head coach for Georgia Knight?
Well, Georgia Knight Academy, we've in the 3 years we've had our program, we've had an opportunity to play for championships. Which we really don't chase championships. That's just something the kids, they've earned those. The coaching staff did a great job. But one of the things that we did do was we built a pretty good program to where kids are receiving scholarships. And that was the biggest thing for us, is for kids to receive the scholarships. And when you look up in 2019, 80% of our guys got scholarship offers. And this year, 90% of our guys have offers or signed with colleges and universities. So when you look at that, those were the biggest accomplishments, plus the Postgrad Football League Championship and also the CAI National Championship.
Can you talk about, of course, being a postgrad school?
Yeah, being a postgrad school, a little bit different because we play other postgrad schools plus college JVs, the NAIA programs, and JUCO. So it's a little bit more different than playing a regular college schedule or a regular high school schedule. And the kids working on getting their grades together. We have a great tutoring program here. We're more than just athletics. So the tutoring program we have, the SAT prep, the grade replacements, and then getting kids into college. So making sure that when they leave here, they're prepared to go to school.
How has that helped the athletes, of course, make it onto the college level?
Well, once they're here, it's pretty tough here. It's not easy. And a lot of prep schools like that, but we feel that we're a little bit different because we make it sort of hard for them, let them know that when they get into college, it's easier for them because they've gone through the rigors here on the field and off the field as far as the academics are concerned, and we make sure that we show them how to study, to take a college readiness course to get them prepared for school. So those are things that we do a little bit different than any other prep school.
Can you talk about winning the CAI 2020 National Championship?
Well, yeah, the CAI National Championship was a big accomplishment for us. It was our second year playing for it. This year, it was great for us to win it, and it was for the kids it's all for the kids. It's really not for the program itself. That's just something that they accomplished. And our coaching staff was a great coaching staff this year and last year. And the reason why it was a big accomplishment for these kids is because we only have these kids for 6 months, whereas colleges and universities have them for 4 years. We get them for 6 months, and that means there's a lot of hard work and dedication got put in for those kids to come in and get that experience and win a national title was great.
Can you talk about, of course, you said that you only have the kids for 6 months. What is the recruitment process like when you have to do 6 months out?
Yeah, we recruit just like colleges and universities. I mean, we compete against other colleges. I mean, kids are, if their grades are bad or kids that want to get better film. There's a lot of situations that happen, but it's just like any other college and university. We'll go out and we'll recruit athletes all over the country. We've had kids from Ohio, Hawaii, Maine, New York, Texas, Florida, Virginia, and especially in the state of Georgia. We go everywhere to get a kid who wants to come here to play ball and better themselves. So it's tough recruitment. Recruitment's right now going on. We got colleges in the office right now trying to sign kids, but we're a revolving door. So it's pretty tough when you try to get a kid to come for 6 months.
What is it like whenever college coaches come in to sign a player?
Well, usually when they usually call. Today we had a couple of coaches come in unannounced, but that was fine for us because our whole goal is to get the kid to the next level. But most of the coaches will call, or we'll put their information out and we'll talk to the colleges. We have a director of college recruiting and scouting. Christopher McPherson does a great job at helping us getting these kids out of the door. But it's a tough situation sometimes when you're trying to compete with other kids and make sure that our kids have their video and their grades together to go to another school. So we stay on top of it as much as possible.
Can you talk about some of the other sports programs that you have at Georgia Knight?
Well, the great part about our program is that most programs are just football. Football and basketball. And then being an athletic director now, I've been in charge of building the brand. And so now we're now stepping into the next level of not just football. We're basketball just is getting started this weekend with their practices. Baseball starts the recruitment December 8th. We have competitive cheerleading. We're interviewing a competitive cheerleading coach today. We also we're going to do lacrosse in 2022. We're going to do soccer in 2022, and softball. So those programs will be developed to where we'll be able to compete all over the country with all of our programs and give the kids the opportunity to get those scholarships.
That's wonderful. What advice would you give to upcoming coaches looking to get into the industry?
Well, the first thing I would tell them is the same thing was told to me by my mentor, Coach Henderson, is that you don't get into coaching because of money. You get in for the love of it, and to let them know they always learn from somebody, even though you might know a lot. Once you get to the point you think you know everything, you got to stop coaching, because at that point, the game's going to pass you by. And like I say, I started coaching in the 90s, and right now I'm still learning a lot about the game and things that evolve, and so that keeps me sharp and staying ahead of the curve to make sure our guys get the best.
What advice would you give upcoming athletic directors looking to get started in athletic directing?
Well, athletic directors, I would tell an athletic director to go to another program and work from the bottom up and see from everything from the grounds crew all the way up, and just learn how things are running, and then make it your own. Have your own direction on how you want to run things, and stick to your guns and be transparent. Here at Georgia Knight Prep Academy, a guy can walk in the door right now, and I'm very transparent in what we do. Another program could come in and we're transparent, because we like to. It's all about the men and the men and women that we coach. It's not about us. We've had our time. So as an athletic director, just make sure that you put a solid program together and be transparent when you're doing it.
Where can my listeners find Georgia Knight's Prep on social media, along with you on social media?
Well, you can always get a hold of at our website, www.georgiaknightsusa.org, and that'll take you to all of our pages. We're also on Twitter. You can catch me at Coach Roach, or Coach Roach on Twitter. You can catch us on there. We have an Instagram page that we just got set up with our director of operations. But if you also, at any point in time, they can pick up the phone and call us. We have a 1-800 number, 833-325-7775. And they can call us at any point in time. That prompt will get you to anybody in the office, from financial aid, academics, head football coach, baseball, and myself.
That's wonderful. Thank you again, Coach Roach, for your interview, and best of luck in your upcoming position as the athletic director.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate you.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at @talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Coach Roach, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.